But it's your message. It's you who carries that message. But now imagine, you are writing your own story. But your story is not scripted. It comes naturally. It comes organic. It's like the word of God. See, the word of God is out there. See, the word of God has got so much power.
Yeah.
That's why they say, the tongue has got power.
What about the ear?
Well, the ear has to listen, but the tongue speaketh. Well, there's hearing and listening. Have you ever distinguished somebody? No, I heard something, but did you listen?
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about David's podcast, but have you listened to it? You only heard about it, but did you sit down and listen to it? So you have to expound from that. I think there's always a certain depth about certain things that might seem similar. Though, because one thing that I have to tell you is that we have to respect the law. See, the things that as Africans, we don't really know so much about our African law, the constitution, and all these things.
Okay, let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Old Crow Podcast, where the vibe is always right, has always been right, and it shall forever be right. I'm your host, as always, David Dominic, and here today, I see you. Alright, this is the place where you can get distracted.
Of course, no, but that's the vibe because it's
not really distracted. That's the vibe.
Yeah, that's the vibe because like you're in an open place. What do you expect? You expect people like as if maybe you're in the lavatory, like.
And that's
like, I'm doing a number 2. You can't disturb me. You're in the open, Baba.
That's the thing, man. Yeah, and it's part of culture here at the Old Crow. This is how we greet each other. This is how we celebrate each other. So yeah,
it's a lively place, Baba. It's got that good positive spirit and vibe. And you chose. I think when we talked about this, I was like, you chose the right spot for this because it's so random, and you don't. It's not like a quiet place where you have to meditate. You can literally meditate within the music itself because
I know, right?
It's a vibe, Baba. It's a vibe.
And I think I might say, let me be honest. When I was starting, people used to make fun of it, like, but
no way,
it's
man. They did that.
It's not like, it's just me. I need to make it different, okay?
Totally.
It's all about how you're gonna twist it. We already have the template already, right? I'm not supposed to do what that person already did.
No.
Okay? You're a singer.
Move different steps.
You're a singer. And then I'm also a singer. I look up to you, but I'm not supposed to do what
you do.
You are doing, right? Because I am me and you are you.
Well, try to be like that person. You're uniquely you, but you just get motivated. But man, here you are. Whoever was laughing, I don't know. Whoever you're out there, stop hating. This is my boy David. I told him his name, King David. Not a lot of people actually carry that name, David. And your parents literally always gave you that name for a reason, because there's only one David that's one of the most popular, Davids. And that David, where does that David come from?
Well, before we go there, part of my manners rather, I haven't introduced these girls, here at the Old Crow Podcast, I always tell my guests to introduce themselves, but today
can I do
I'm gonna introduce him because this man,
yes sir,
he really needs introduction. Like here at the Old Crow, it's not that podcast where we always talk to the famous people, but we talk to those guys that we don't know about, but they have the stories to talk about.
True.
And here we have another story to tell from our one and only Rus Reuben.
Yes, so that's my name.
Is it the same name which you are going by, or what is it, doing radio?
I used to go by the name of Rus Reuben, aka the Black Jew, the God-fearing son. AKA the Black Jew, the God-fearing son. I'm Rastafarian, so I follow the Jewish tradition of Rastafari, and I'm a very God-fearing son. I fear the Most High Yahweh, Yeshua, more than anyone here on earth. I don't fear man, I fear...
Let me put a disclaimer.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
With you, we need to do a part 2,
yes,
part
sir.
3, part 4.
Everybody.
Stories for Asians. Days, but
Asian of days, just like the Most High. Yeah, because you also keep it coming because you were talking about earlier on how people were laughing at you, and That shouldn't, like reason why people sometimes would laugh at something is because either they haven't tried it or they've got a fear of the unknown, or they feel like, oh, that guy is doing that because everybody's doing podcasts right now, but you do it differently. Like you said, you can have somebody who motivates you, who's been your inspiration, but they just motivate you because you love doing that thing, because you're also passionate, because you're in the same kind of sphere of that thing that person does. Why did you get inspired by something that is not part of you?
Okay, I think which gives my attention to the attention whereby if I were to look at reggae music,
Yes, sir.
majority of it sounds quite the same. If I'm mistaken, if I were to listen to, okay, the only difference that I know I can identify is, okay, this is Damian Marley, this is Bob Marley, this is Black Joe, this is what?
This is Peter Tosh.
Yeah, but right about now, I feel like it's kinda the same somehow, but is it not the same thing you're talking about? What you say we copy the full template from someone?
Yes, but it's your message. It's you who carries that message. See, somebody would have sang R&B and they would have wrote a song. But if you write your own song, you write your own story. Somebody would have written a love song, sang it so good. Maybe it was when the author of those words. But there's certain people who have songs written for them, but they're good singers. Do you know that? They're writers. They're what you can call ghost writers. But now imagine, you are writing your own story. Remember we were talking about if a podcast was scripted, maybe you'd be rich by then. You'd be like, I don't have time to start writing scripts anymore or anything like that. But your story is not scripted. It comes naturally. It comes organic. So even if reggae music is just reggae music, but the sound, the message, the voice, that person who sang it is a whole different person. It's like the word of God. See, the word of God is out there. See, the word of God has got so much power.
Yeah.
That's why they say, the tongue has got power.
What about the ear?
Well, the ear has to listen, but the tongue speaketh.
But there is what I heard, that your ear is like a womb, and what you hear.
Where? Well, there's hearing and listening. Have you ever distinguished somebody? No, I heard something, but did you listen?
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about David's podcast, but have you listened to it? You only heard about it, but did you sit down and listen to it? So you have to expound from there. I think there's always a certain depth about certain things that might seem similar. Like you said, reggae music can be just reggae music. But have you seen how it's withstood the taste of time? Because how natural it is, and what's the message behind it? You know? So that's why you look at Bob Marley's legacy. His children are still even singing his own songs that he wrote way back, like over 20 years ago. But that word has got so much power that, sometimes somebody would actually be even studying or reading the Bible, but sometimes you need to be reminded.
Okay.
That's why people would say, no, recite your verses or chapters so you remember and you're able to memorize. But you can read a chapter today and a verse, then you forget tomorrow. How are you going to remember it? You have to go back and read it.
Yeah, but like on that one, I would love to hear some help from you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me be honest.
Be very honest. Be very open.
I am that victim where I will read the scriptures. I have to read it. I don't know how many times for me to remember it.
Wait to sink in.
Yeah. How do I make sure that it's stuck, like it's stick in my mind, whereby I'm able to quote at the point where I need to quote.
You practice what you preach. If you're able to tell somebody about something that you read, that means you've been practicing what you've been, teaching.
How long and how many times do I have to do that?
Well, I think it's your spirit that really is more than the flesh. And I'll tell you one thing, is that literally, that's why people say
the pen and the paper.
No, but listen to this though before I lose my train of thought. See, there's a difference between reading and studying.
Yes.
See, we can read something.
It's the same as you heard and you listen.
Yes. So, but when you now study that, you go into the depth of what does it really mean to me? It can just be words. You can say to somebody, even when you preach to a person, even them have to think about it. But you find that, the word has got so much power. That's the reason why I'll go back to the beginning. The Mosai says, in the beginning was the word, and the word
Was God. And the
became
word-
flesh. That word became flesh.
Okay, yeah.
So that means that word had formation. It's like you're always saying something. One day I'm gonna be a rich guy. One day I'm gonna have this podcast is gonna blow. See, it's the words have got power, and your words have got power. But at the same time, you have to practice what you preach. If you're saying that this podcast is gonna be one of the best podcasts, the more you work towards it, the more it becomes alive. The more it becomes a body. It has formation. It creates itself because you are the creator. You're creating this. This is yours, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, podcasts are way back, but this is now this is something that you don't even have to claim. It's yours. So what I'm trying to say is that they always say that works. They say faith without any works is what? It's dead.
Completely.
You have faith in your podcast, but you don't work to it. You're just a lazy guy. Every time you do like a podcast, you don't even post it on either Facebook or whatever platforms, because you are doing a good thing, by the way. Like you said, we do podcasts most of the time. If you look at podcasts right now, the majority always want to kind of like interview celebrities or people who are known already. Man, there's so many people who've got stories out there that can encourage somebody. There's certain people who are so full of themselves as an artist or a celebrity, and they won't tell a person like, oh, you still have, if you still have a chance in life, whatever you believe in, it can be done. Because I am here. I am a living testimony.
Okay, would you tell us that testimony?
Well, like for me, I've always wanted. From the beginning, I'm an artist, by the way, so I usually think out of the box. I'm not a person who's conformed to a certain space.
Okay.
But when people saying I think out of the box, certain people are boxed in because somehow they've been limited. Either society itself or the world, even your own thinking can limit you. But now you come and find a person who tells you, you know what? You can be bigger than what you are right now because you have the potential, but you hold back your potential. Maybe you're your own enemy of your own progress. You're your own enemy of your own progress because maybe you're lazy, but somebody told us, I can see the potential in you. You have that potential to be more than that you are right now, and at the same time you're going to influence a lot of people. And one thing is that we have to influence the young generation in a very positive and good way, because we are the leaders of today, but the children in this next generation are the leaders of tomorrow.
What?
We are the leaders of today, but the next generation are the leaders of tomorrow, because they follow you. They need to know, like, oh, David, look what David is doing. David's podcast is so positive that he doesn't just interview celebrities or people who are known, but now we're by Old Crow. Old Crow podcast is different. The environment is different. You got people doing karaoke. You got people who are drinking alcohol but are not intoxicated to a point that they can't control themselves. I was having a conversation with one friend of mine today, and we're talking about how humanity has lost its way, because now, I remember we're talking about junkies. These are children, these are kids out there who got nothing to do but just drink alcohol. And next thing, it has to take the police to actually control them, to get them arrested. Maybe they just don't have anything to keep them occupied. And what do they resort to? Alcohol. Remember we're talking about alcohol? They resort to that. It makes them weak. It makes them start stealing. It makes them thieves.
So for this one, since we are talking about this alcohol issue,
yes, sir,
in the background before we started recording, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, since we already bring it up here, we were talking about how alcohol, like the genesis, the beginning of alcohol, how alcohol came about. Like, according to the research, okay? According to the research, we said alcohol wasn't made like on a
Getting
lower
drunk.
scale, on a lower scale, or for you to get drunk or drown in alcohol, but yeah.
For
so
pleasure.
now, yes, for pleasure. That was the main reason, and then
After
people,
one first no go first
now people now started now having heavy, like every weekend, every celebration,
cutting.
every funeral, every
Others
time.
get intoxicated to a point they start insulting.
Yes. So now here you mentioned, say, like for youths or young guys, they are drinking alcohol too much and then they are becoming junkies. Okay.
So it's out there. Sad. It's a sad situation.
You've been a Rasta man, right?
Yes, sir.
For me, I would say I've heard it. This say it's not alcohol which makes guys be junkies. It's weed, and you being that guy from Rastafarian who believes in the weed as a medicine and stuff. How do you defend that?
First of all, alcohol is addictive. Weed is not addictive. It's a natural plant. Alcohol is not. You can't just naturally go buy or find alcohol, which is Where do you find a natural alcohol element? You have to ferment it.
Yeah.
But weed is something that was created by the Most High. It's a plant. Right now, it's got medicinal purposes. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. But you know,
But why is it illegal?
that's a system. Let's go deep in the system. See, the thing is that humans will always fight against something that God created. As much as alcohol is fermented, the mind came from a human being to ferment alcohol because we've been given this intelligence. But how do you ferment weed? How do you can create? It's already created. It's just there for you to. For us, Rastafarians, we believe it's a holy sacrament. Let me just get something clear. Majority of the Rastafarians do not drink alcohol.
I know that.
When you drink alcohol, you get drunk, you slur, you start stumbling and fall. How many people have you seen they smoke weed and they start falling and whatnot? And that's why I always tell people, leave something. But they call it fakachingoni, yachimfumu. This is something that's supposed to be respected. This is one of the most significant plants that Jah has created, that Yahweh has created, which can cure glaucoma, multiple sclerosis. It's often used for medicinal purposes. So what alcohol do you know that can cure a disease?
What?
Asthma. Well, so this is a system. Right now, if you look at even the United States and other countries, Amsterdam, have you heard that people have gone mad? The whole nation it's legal. Weed is legalized there. Marijuana is legalized. See, I remember we had this conversation like, God gave you power and dominion over all things. So when you take alcohol, I'm Rastafarian. I smoke weed, I won't lie to you. But someone won't even know that I smoke weed because it's in my performer. You know what I mean? I get creative. I'm an artist. My mind just,
But would you agree with a statement which they say if you take weed, it become dirty,
No, that's wrong. That's you. Why don't you have a control over even alcohol? Have you seen how people when they start drinking alcohol, they start thinking of corrosion and death?
That's true.
And like I told you, something that's legal is alcohol right now. That's legal.
And
Now, have you seen and cigarettes? What are they doing to society? Somebody will say, no, weed never in junkie. Are you sure?
So to you, what's your
It's alcohol, man. It's what's out there on the shelf. You've got kids who are 16, probably below 18. Because for you to actually be eligible to buy alcohol in a bar, you have to be 18 years and above. The other bars that will say 21 and above. You know, but now you've got kids who are 16, 15. I've got access to alcohol.
So what's the main thing that we take we get wrong when it comes to weed? Because of everybody say listen or hear about weed will be like smoking, okay? Like I have weed, like so you're smoking. Is it only about smoking or what?
No, that's the thing. I told you. There's certain things that belong to certain sects of people. Look at how weed is so affiliated with the Rastafarians. Have you seen how we control weed? Are you telling me Bob Marley went mad? He used to smoke Peter Tosh. All these. We had Bunny Wailer who came in Zambia right now.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yes, we have all these reggae nights. Have you ever heard that? The next day, the 100 people went mad. The next day because they went to a reggae festival, they were smoking weed. Nope. Nothing but love and peace and tranquility. See, because like I told you, it's for the chosen few. Many are called, few are chosen. Not everything is for everybody. Even alcohol. Today, I'll take alcohol. I'll be very conscious. But when somebody takes a bit of alcohol, next thing, I'm a performer, start insulting. They can't remember what they did, what they said.
So, Rus, is it true what I heard that weed was only allowed being used by the kings because of the decision making?
Yes. I mean,
can you
literally.
take me behind with that story?
Well, it's been known that the first marijuana that was discovered growing by itself was on Solomon's grave.
Is that true?
It's true.
You sure?
See,
do you have a proof for that?
Proof is everywhere. There's no smoke without fire, right?
I know, right? But now,
so why is when weed called Fakachingoni Fakamfumu? Who's Ngoni, who's Mfumu? Fumu ni chani.
It's a king.
Yes, so that's what I was telling you. There are kings out there who won't even tell you, others are open. Us Rastafarians have come out in the open. It makes us wise. We're already wise, but I think it amplifies who we are.
Okay,
yes.
That's true?
Definitely, I'll attest to that. I won't lie to you. I started smoking weed when I was 9 years old. I've never gone mad. I've never thought of being insane. I was like, this world is already insane. Why should I go insane? This world is insane, bro. What we see out there. So, but see, weed has been given a bad name because of society. The pharmaceutical companies out there are afraid. Marijuana cures glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, cancer, even HIV and AIDS. Aaron Mujajati can attest to that. Former Zambia Medical Association president, he said that. Even the post was there, everywhere in the papers. Just simply telling you, this is a plant that's God-given. But now, how many countries are making money? It's a multi-billion-dollar business. America's got dispensaries. It's legalized. Literally, from the medicinal part, you can literally build a house out of hemp. Is it Peter Sinkamba? The Green Party? I'm non-partisan. I'm non-partisan. I'm just saying he had a very good manifesto.
Okay.
Now. So do you know that there's a marijuana license here in Zambia? You can actually acquire it. Do you know how much it is?
Now it's expensive.
$250,000. So what does that entail? It's only for the rich. Who can afford the $250,000?
Maybe
only the rich. That's why in the end it says God will tell you the richer shall become richer, the poor shall become poorer. Why can't you give a substantial farmer to just go and go sell it to the government so he can get his money? But now we've got people being arrested for some grams of marijuana. But the license for you to trade is $250,000. Like I asked you, what does that entail? Who can afford that money? That amount of money? It's rich people. They're the ones who get the access.
Okay, I think, okay, now that you've spoken about this, it's the same thing I was talking to a friend of mine. Was it yesterday and today? I would say the day before yesterday and yesterday, because it's now the other day.
That's midnight.
We're talking about businesses, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, we are in the era of load shedding, innit? And then we are saying, I've opened a barber shop, and then the following day or week or month, council people will come to me. Be like, no, you need the trading license.
Yeah.
And how much is that stuff? Okay, it's gonna cost you about 3,000. If you know, maybe more than that. Okay, my friend, he opened a liquor store, and then for the license only, he needs about more than 6,000. Okay, meaning his capital is only about 2,000. Where are you gonna get that much money? Why is it that when for you to start like a business, you have to get that? For you to just set everything, you need to have papers done. If you calculate from the registration to all the license, it will cost you than the capital that you have. Why should it be that so? And you also mentioned about legalizing the stuff, and then how much is that person needs to have as in for them to get a license?
Revenue, your capital. Because you have to go by law, though. Because one thing that I have to tell you is that we have to respect the law. I'm a law-abiding citizen, but I feel there are certain laws that are very, very unfair. I'll give you an example. I almost got fired from my job because I've got dreadlocks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's another story, but I'm trying to flip it.
Yeah,
It's got the same, almost same connotation. If you follow me, they would find it very illegal for me to have my own black hair as an African. But does this determine how I work? What job I do? Does my hair really speak what I do? So, but I won the case though.
Okay.
When I went through the judicial dress code, I work for judiciary, by the way.
Okay.
I'm the first Rastafarian in judiciary. It only stipulates two words. 2 words. If you hear me, 2 words. See, the things that as Africans, we don't really know so much about our African law, the constitution, and all these things. Somebody will just come and tell you, it's illegal for you to have a podcast. You're like, no, how? Where? No, maybe you're disturbing people here, you're bringing people, interviewing people, man. You'll say so many things, blah, 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 blah. But what I'm trying to tell you is that people thought it was illegal for you to have dreadlocks until I did my own studies. It only stipulates 2 words: be modest and smart. Boom. It doesn't say specifically you're supposed to have a brush cut, afro, table cut, bald head. But now, because dreadlocks are affiliated with what? Weed.
Exactly.
So every time they see a Rasta, you're like, oh, that guy smokes weed. Not every other Rasta smokes weed. There's certain people who are just consciously, they're okay, they're conscious, they don't even need weed. There's certain people who feel that they don't even need alcohol to feel good or to have pleasure. No. They would rather even have a non-alcoholic. Look at you, you're okay. It's not everybody who needs to drink alcohol, it's not everybody who needs to smoke weed, but we have all got rights, eh? But are you going to, when you partake of that element, what are you going to do? Are you going to do right or wrong? See, now, what really defines who you are is the end result of what you take inside your body, not even just alcohol. What somebody's telling you, even the words that somebody tells you, even the words that you tell yourself. If you tell yourself, I'm a bad man, today I've got a knife, I'm going to be a junkie, I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'm going to go out and kill somebody or stab somebody. You're feeding yourself with that information. So basically, like I was telling you, when it comes about weed, there are certain nations and countries that have legalized marijuana and that it's revamped the economy, bruh. They've got dispensaries, yes. Do your research. If people are telling you, you can literally build a house, table, cloth, your shoes out of hemp. Do you know what hemp is? Hemp is marijuana. It's a fiber part, not the one you smoke. Those are just the heads. But the rest of the materials, you can literally build a whole old crow out of hemp. Furniture.
It's more than smoking.
Yes,
I
yes.
think that's the question I posed at first.
Yes.
Okay.
It's got a lot of benefits. It's got, like I told you, it's got medicinal benefits. For us as Rastafarians, it's got spiritual benefits because we use it as a holy sacrament. We respect it. We don't want just smoking weed and we get high. And no, it's a holy sacrament. We partake it as a holy sacrament. We praise the Most High for it. Because who created it? Yahweh, the Most High. So we have to give respect to God and say, God, why did you create this plant? And it can cure diseases. It can build me a house, bricks, furniture. What? Clothes,
made
everything, glasses, even glass, bro. Research, helmets, it's fuel, even fuel.
Yo.
We're having a problem with fuel right now. You go to the filling stations, people are parked there. Now people are even now forming cars that run on water.
And speaking of which, speaking of fuel, today as I was coming here, like it's been rough from the time I was from town.
Yeah.
We didn't have fuel. We reached there at the fueling station, which I won't mention the name.
Yeah.
Before the guy started filling, then power cut, okay? Then we had we had to stay there for some time, and then we moved again, went to another train station. After when we were out of town, there was also an issue as well, of fuel. I was like, where are we going with this?
I feel. I mean, like I told you already. I mean, we've got cars that can run on water and solar, but now we're there, still stuck in a world of petroleum, and we're killing the earth. There's carbon, carbon monoxide, pollution, all these things. We're killing the earth because
we don't have rains in December now.
No, but now God gave you 6 senses, not only 5. Use a 6th sense of saying, we can now even create cars that can move on water, hydro, even solar. Sunlight is there every day when you wake up in the morning. But now, because of the system, you have to realize that this world has got a system of people who are ruling. They call them the elite. People talk about the Illuminati. These guys are out there. The rich guys who don't even out there. I mean, like I told you, there's no smoke without fire.
Yo.
You know what I mean? That's why you have people even selling their own souls for money, fame, those things, rituals. You know? Those things are out there, bro. Because you have to realize that, yes, the Most High Yahweh is the God of all humanity and creation. But here on earth, now you have to deal with Lucifer, Satana, wherever you are, Satana. You got no power over the Most High. So now you have people who actually want to see people dead. They want to grab your land. That's why you find that we went through colonization and all those things. You know? Because certain people were very selfish. Like Satan is very selfish. God gave us everything. Even given an opportunity to Satan to say, you are my first angel, but you just turn against the Most High. Why? Because you want to be like him. Now remember, I'll go back. You want selector. You said you have somebody who you admire, but don't make that person an idol. Okay. If that person exemplifies what you want, be greater even than that person, but don't try to steal that shine from that person. See, it's like somebody comes in and says, David does a podcast by Outco, let me also be coming here as well. You are going to say, dude, come on, man, this is my spot. Unless I move somewhere, you can come in. But that's how Satan wanted to take God's spot.
Oh.
See where I'm coming? See where I'm going?
I see.
See where I'm coming from. So basically,
I think, Rus, I need to bring you a bit behind.
Yeah, go on, man. I love it because I told you I'm a very open-minded person. We talk about something and we'll just expound from it, and we have to do a rewind selector. Yeah. Go on, bro.
So it still brings back the question on the weed. Okay?
Yeah, marijuana.
I know we haven't closed on that part.
No, please, it is.
So imagine the world whereby, Zambia, we have to legalize that. How much do you think can change? How many junkies would we have? Because it's obvious. All the news and everything.
We want enough junkies.
Junkies is about weed. They are involved. Like they get involved because of weed, and they misuse them. Say no, I'm a Rasta. You know what I mean? But they are just trying to follow the.
Do they even know who Rasta is?
So that's why I need you to make sure that you.
Do you know who I'm wearing right now on my t-shirt?
I know. Hey.
Do you know who this is?
Yes, that's right.
Emperor Haile Selassie the First, the last King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering land of the tribe of Judah in Ethiopia. What do these youngsters know about Rastafari? They want to smoke weed, all this. They no, it's not Rasta, but now we Rastas will give you the teachings so you get your mind focused. See, like I told you, other junkies, weed junkies in America, Amsterdam, even South Africa right now. South Africa legalized marijuana.
Okay.
Yes, it's revamping the economy. Malawi is also legalized marijuana, market scale. These guys are making money. See, the thing is that the misinformation that we get is going to mess you up. It's like even the way the former colonial masters told us, you being black is no good. You are lazy, but you are the creator of civilization. You are the first astronomers, first mathematicians here on earth. Africa is a cradle of civilization. Yet the same white people who had the devilish mind came and stole our ideas, took them there and said, they brought it back here. And they said, this was ours. You know that Africa is a creative civilization, isn't it? Even in school, we learned that civilization began along which river? River Nile.
River Nile, yeah.
So where's the Nile? Is it in America, Europe? Dude, come on. So let's go back to the marijuana thing. The thing is that these are controlled substances. It can be controlled, but you also have to educate. You never. How can you legalize alcohol then you don't tell? That's the reason why even when you buy a packet of cigarette, they'll tell you tobacco smoking is harmful to your health.
Yeah.
Same thing as alcohol. They're already giving you a warning. So if we just legalize, why can't they also put a warning and say, if you partake of marijuana, you might start feeling high, levitate, maybe get more creative. I don't know if you're getting my point. See, yeah, I'm literally making you think out of the box.
Yeah.
Why can't we legalize marijuana and still put a warning? Cigarettes is killing people, cancer, alcohol, kidney failure.
There's high demand of selling of cigarettes.
Exactly, yes. That's what, you see, we are killing ourselves more instead of having an element that's going to heal you. Marijuana cures cancer, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, so many compounds of healing factors in one plant.
But why do you think it's not being legalized? Or
it's a system. Remember I told you about the pharmaceutical companies? Dude, if you've got a headache, then they tell you just go drink marijuana tea, or we are going to prescribe some marijuana for you. You're going to be okay. Or you've got cancer, you got a malignant toe, you got a sore that can't heal. Oh, we've got some oil for you to just put there, and that thing was closed up. See, I told you about the system. There's a system out there that controls most of, the industries. You've got the music industries, the pharmaceutical. You've heard, like I told you, the Illuminati. There's certain people who are so greedy that they'll want you to see you die than see you live more, or educate people more so they can now take care of themselves. Trust me, marijuana is the future. Reason why, you know why? Because that is godly created, naturally created. Like I told you, do your research. These guys are making money, multi-billion-dollar business. You can build a house out of hemp. Literally. So, like I said, us Rastafarians, I'll tell you one thing. I feel like marijuana has to be only probably legalized only for Rastafarians. Because we Rastafarians, we can't be getting arrested because of marijuana. When we have a freedom of conscience, we've got a freedom of worship. That's in our constitution.
You also have a constitution?
Yes, we have a constitution.
Okay.
Yes. You also have a Zambian constitution. Have you ever read your Zambian constitution? Have you ever gone through?
I wasn't even taught about it.
See? So now we're going to go back to the education syllabus. How many things are we being taught that can make us greater? How many things do we learn about ourselves as Africans in school? We learn about Bartholomew Dias, David Livingstone. What do those people do for us? Have you ever learned about Haile Selassie, Jomo Kenyatta, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Steve Biko?
Maybe the only person that I remember it was who's this guy?
Kaunda?
No, not the one who would say justice everywhere is injustice everywhere.
Is it Marcus Garvey? Who's that?
No.
Not Marcus Garvey. You see, not even Marcus Garvey. Who's that now? You teach me some. Not Mandela?
No.
Okay.
The picture I can see his face.
Not Che Guevara?
No, I think I understand.
Go on.
Justice.
Get hold of your thoughts. We'll give you a second.
Martin Luther.
See? Yeah, but did you even learn about Martin Luther King or Malcolm X in school? No. See, now we have to work on our education syllabus. We don't learn about ourselves. How many Africans know about...
Those Cecil Rhodes only.
See, now you got Cecil Rhodes.
What do they have to do with that?
You're learning about World War I, World War II, about Hitler and Mussolini. These guys were attacking Africa in the very beginning. See, so that's what I'm saying. So we've got a whole system out there that's controlling a whole lot of things that we don't really pay attention to, because that's how the system works. Today, how are you going to wake up and ask yourself and say, oh, what rights do I have? What civil rights do I have as a Zambian citizen? To even have freedom of worship, or freedom of conscience, or freedom of assembly. today I can wake up and gather people and say, oh, we're going to assemble for the good cause to say we need certain changes in the system. Now you got people going to come and say, young man, don't even go there. Uzafa. Yeah, it's a system. Look at Bob Marley, Peter Tosh. Those guys got killed. They were getting attacked, got shot at because for the good cause. They were trying to liberate people's minds. They're trying to liberate people's minds because we are so trapped in so many things right now. Trust me. So now if you have people who are going to liberate your mind, those are the people that you kill. That's why you find like Patrice Lumumba. Those guys were killed. Steve Biko. Benikaunda almost killed because they were fighting for freedom. Now that freedom is not only physical freedom, it's also what? Mental, even spiritual freedom. So now, the marijuana part, this is God created. Not made, not man-made, it's created. Creation and making is totally different. So you find that there are certain forces that are holding information that can free you. Like I told you, openly I told you, I smoke marijuana, but I have never performed what. I always tell people, please leave marijuana to certain people who can handle it. It's not for everyone. So when you talk about junkies, no. Right now, if you do a statistical research, the junkies are not junkies because of marijuana. The junkies are junkies because of what? Tujiri. When it's accessible, it's what? 10 kwacha, 15 kwacha kwa. When do you ever found junkies that smoke weed and they go kill somebody or they rob somebody? Maybe that's just an element they also want to use after the Bachako gives them confidence. But that's for the wrong. That's for the wrong. That's for the wrong doing and not the right doing. That's for the wrong action.
Rus, you've talked about the system and the education as well, like educating the generation today, okay, and also for tomorrow, whereby they are still learning about mosquitoes, about the
flies.
Yeah. So now, on the education part, not only education, but us as in you and I and him, how do you think we can help out those guys who are coming up there?
I think you are doing the most. You got a podcast. See, information has got power. It's like the word. Whatever I was saying here, we're not just talking about our music. Old Crow has also kind of given you a pedestal to disseminate the word out there, to talk to us people who also think differently, about how maybe we can better a community or society or the next generation. I'm very worried I'm a father, so I'm worried about the next generation.
Yes.
What misinformation that might be given, or certain things that may be misconstrued, or certain things which are out of text, certain things which are bad and others so people think they're good for them. That's why other people say, no, we have got rights. No, those are not rights, they are wrongs. Let's distinguish between rights and wrongs. People can say human rights. No, because they're also human wrongs. Do you know that? So now everybody wants to fall in that rights because you think you've got a right to be wrong? It's like a thief saying, no, since I starve, I've got no job. It's also right for me to go steal.
Okay.
So basically, like you said, I think even the education aspect of things, we need to do away with the draconian education system. Our syllabus is so draconian. Our constitution is still draconian. We're still using the same constitution that the same white people who ruled us, who even gave our independence back to us and our freedom. We were already free before these guys came and started slaving us and took over our land. Thought they were better. They call themselves supremacists. You know what I mean? No, they thought they were the supreme human beings, not because either the white, it was about color, it was racist. You couldn't just come here and say, guys, can't we share your land? Can't we live together in harmony, in peace and harmony? Why can't we do that? Why can't you live with Rastafarians who smoke weed every day and still conscious? If you look at the Rastafarians in society, they're the most creative people, artists, musicians. Like I told you, if you go to any Janite or any Rastafarian event, have you ever heard that there was, commotion people wanafunta the next day kuchainama wazula bantu. No way, man. All those statistics are not there. Because let's just look at what's on the table, what's the reality. Certain things that are being, swept under the carpet.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned about the society. Looking at, okay, I really feel bad. I'll give an example for myself, okay? I always feel bad whenever I just spend about 30 minutes an hour just on media, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I always feel bad. I'll be like, it wasn't me who was in control. It's that thing, you open your phone, you've seen the notification, okay, today is this guy's birthday, okay? You check it out, bam. After that, there'll be something else will come up. There'll be something else will come up. Just like that popping up. At the end of it, you even forget what was on your mind, what you wanted to do. You realize, I'll spend an hour. What is all about? There's someone controlling that, okay?
Of course, man.
There's a society controlling that, okay? Now, it's like, it's not a pleasure or leisure for someone to be like, maybe they are from work, just sit again on the phone, just like that. As you've said, you're a dad, you're a father. You are from work, and then you just be on the phone, and then your child or your children, you're just sitting there. You're watching, you're looking at each other, or maybe they're also on the phone. How much do you think like this society is controlling us, and how can we avoid that? How can we overcome that thing? Like, if it can be overcome?
Of course, I think any other thing that's going to corrupt the next generation has to be overcome.
Okay?
Yeah, because like I told you, we are looking out for our next generation. If I'm going to do something today, I'll do it or say it for the better for the next generation. So everything has to be controlled. Imagine you giving your child who's able to access the internet and you don't control what they are watching. So we've got cartoons now that have got subliminal messages as well.
Yes.
I see all these things, subliminal messages that can really control their minds, lead them into bad paths or that kind of thing. So, like I said, literally there's the system out there. It's also a controlled system. That's certain without the controls. Like you said, when you get home, you're just there on the internet, and browsing. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Do you just read anything that pops up, or maybe you just literally when you go and start researching for something, you want something that's going to make you more knowledgeable and more wise? Or you're just there, watching certain things that won't even, add value to your life. And there's a whole lot of trash on social media. There's clout chasing. Yeah, you got people who are seeking attention for the wrong reasons. And certain people are seeking the truth as well. There's a whole lot of good information out there, on the internet. You can documentaries that can really build you and get you elevated to a point that we had all this potential just there, and yet this potential has been hidden.
Today again I was in like the same thing I've told you. I was working. Now I thought like maybe let me just check what's on the phone, like I'll check some messages. Then I just found myself, I was like on Facebook, and then I came across this video of you can tell this is the parent, is the father of someone's children, okay? He was busy dancing, twerking. I'll be like, who does that? I'll be like, I shot my friends, say, so you see what media is all about? Is it good or what? Because it's a parent. What if the children were to see that video?
How are they going to lead as an example? It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. In the name of
making it fun, okay? Like people are taking up. I feel like on the majority of it, out of 100%, I would say maybe 97% of media, the people are making fun. Everybody want to become a
people are bored,
comedian,
bro.
Okay? Comedian. Again, it's the same thing which we were talking about. Again, with other guys about what they were saying that we don't judge, we just watch, you don't judge.
Oh yeah.
All that.
Why can't you judge? But God also told you can be a judge. Samson was a judge. I feel like, people are afraid to judge because they feel that when they tell the truth, it might seem as if maybe they're selfish. They don't think about other people. But look, if you today, I'll give you a very simple example. I'm a very, very simple person. I don't like complicating things. If I see you doing something bad, David, or Nakwana Jabe, you're going on in a whole different path, or maybe you start drinking excessively, and I tell you, I won't judge, dude. I'll sit you down as a friend and say, yo, David, this alcohol is just too much, man. Get control, get hold of yourself. If I see you going the wrong way, I will help you out. If I'm also in the right way, but if I'm in the wrong as well, that's why I'll just come and say, no, I can't judge David. It's his own life. But not knowing I can make an impact in your life, or because I'll tell you, David, what you're doing is not good for you. It's destroying you. Mentally, physically, look at you. You don't eat anymore. You're losing weight. You're not thinking right. So why should I just say, no, I won't judge? Reason why people don't want to judge is because they don't want to teach the next generation what is right. They don't. They want to run away from that and say, oh, vana bajanga babwera muno mcharo ndipo bazazi zivirabeka. You know what I mean? They'll learn for themselves. No, but you can get the minds prepared. You tell the children out there, yo, there's dark shadows, there's the heavy clouds out there, dark heavy clouds out there looming over people's heads, and there's certain things in society that need to be put right. That's why even the Most High Yahweh would give you the 10 Commandments, because there's certain things that have to be done a certain way for the right cause, to make a better society, make a better future for our children, like I told you, our next generations to come. If we just say, no, we won't judge you, do whatever you want. Mwana lelo simfuna mu pasa na malamulo na nguya mulungo ya nyumba. Your child.
Can you prepare for me something, eh?
Yeah?
Do you have sausage?
Yes.
I'll need some.
Sunday, mule anati quiet, eh?
Eh?
Look again, just say eh?
I can back to put my sausage.
All right, thank you, Sandra. Get this man a sausage.
You want to replace none? Okay, you can pass.
But mama come in here.
I know that they do. But mwangalisa za mikopo.
No problem.
In fact, mfungo kopewa na kanambia nimemuma pikira.
Wafunse kwa mafunzo na wewe.
Hapo funsi.
Na wewe wakama fulu ndano unaona. Sandra.
Mikamba maningi. Lapia lapu mani.
Mama Vega. Oh, she's a chef.
Yeah.
Oh wow, a chef. I always respect the kitchen. Even when I go to a certain place, the places that I want to first go visit is the kitchen and the toilet.
Okay.
2 places. If it's a restaurant, when it comes to hospitality, if a kitchen is very, very clean, you would expect even the toilet to be even more clean.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 2 places.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 ayokulala no manoti ayokulala mula wasagati wapeza manyati ni ndao lo banji. Because even when you go to your bed, after you eat, you go do your number 1, number 2. You want to go sleep in those nice clean sheets.
Okay.
Manja wabwa pesa tinisanya zija. Ungeje ba blanket tukangogona like I can't sleep in this place, but that nice food, the toilets were clean, but the bed sheets have got bed bugs. How are you going to crash?
Well, which is very sad.
It is.
But
yeah, so big up to the chef here.
Yeah,
I've had some food from here. Yes, of course. Well, I've been coming. No, I discovered Old Crow way back before I left for Livingston. So I was in Livingston for 10 years. Okay. So each and every other time, every time I used to come back to Lusaka, I love karaoke. I love singing. I'm an artist, and I just love this place. You've seen the decoration. Look at this. Yeah. The decoration for Old Crow is very, very unique. You've got.
Yes. On that one, we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
I get it.
We're running out of time.
Yep.
Yeah. This guy's a hardworking guy, and He needs to go sleep. We end up buying him a crate of Fanta.
And if there's a person that doesn't love sleeping, it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm finding like, there was a time I
Sleep
was.
is for the dead, my guy.
Yeah, I was watching, what was that, like some years ago.
You just have to rest.
A year or two.
Go
I
on,
know, but here's the thing. I watched this guy. When I was at point where I was looking for my purpose, like, okay, what can I do? I was feeling like I sleep too much and I don't do much. Whereby I wake up, I go for work, again I come back, and I still feel like there's something I still have to do.
Something that's missing.
Yeah.
Like a piece of the puzzle.
So now I watched Elon Musk. He said before he came up with everything, he stayed about a week without sleeping continuous. If he sleep maybe it was an hour, 2 hours, but like, I'm not advising anyone to do that. I'd be like, okay, so that guy was spending sleepless nights without.
That guy's a genius.
Okay, so like, what about me? I tested like for 2 times, and then it turned out to be like I got used. Okay, so now even up to now, even if I haven't slept like from 22. Meaning I'll have to sleep around 02, 03, even 04. But 8 hours I have to be up, or 7, 8 I have to be up. So it was just something on my mind. Now that's when like I started out building one of some other things that I was doing when it comes to me. So when I tell someone, be like, be like, no, pneumonia is calling. Insomnia is calling. And I don't even understand that shit. But like, okay, it's cool. But
it's a lack of sleep.
So is it bad or good?
Well, it depends on what you do with the hours that you cannot sleep. Okay. Like you said, I feel if you can't sleep, that means there's something running through your mind. So you have to find out first of all, you have to figure like, what can I do with this time where I can't sleep? You know what I mean? So you have to utilize that time, definitely. But you still need to rest. See, I'll tell you one thing. You know what only rests? Is your body. Your brain is still awake. 24/7. 24/7. See, that's the reason why we only use 10%. Way back used to be 5% of our thinking capacity. Now it's at 10. So where's the other 90? We only use 10% of your brain capacity. Do you know that? Google that. I don't know if it's at 15 now. So because you know why? We as human beings keep on evolving. There never used to be smartphones. Kudala go share my landlines. And do you remember that landlines you could memorize even 20 numbers? Not anymore. See, now the cell phone has store your memory. You're able to just store numbers in your phone.
Numbers.
How many numbers can you memorize? 10 or 20? You can't. You just go straight to your phone book.
Somewhere there.
So now you put your mind in a phone. That's why it's called a smartphone. It's smart.
And it's smarter than human beings. I feel so.
Yes.
Because
it's got part of your memory. Everything that you know. Everything.
90% of it probably.
Probably.
Because see, there's a time there. You can use the phone as the TV, watch movies. You can use the same phone to capture videos.
It's evolution. We have evolved. So like I said, you know. So let's not derive. Let's not.
Okay, we'll come back on the evolution part next time.
Exactly.
But here we are on system and also education and other. But the main question I wanted to ask should be that I think that could be the last question from what was in my mind. It's about.
Don't lose your train of thought, David.
Okay. Yeah. It was about the names, okay? The names. I remember that day when we met, like your name was like I was David. Oh, David. Then I'm Reuben. David, Reuben, and this and that.
These are biblical names, man.
Yeah.
Biblical names.
David came a long way. David represent this.
David is the first person that God had ordained to be a king, to sit upon the throne and carry his lineage or lineage on bloodline and his legacy and dynasty. Do you realize that? There were other kings before Nebuchadnezzar, other kings. Yes. But now David said, the shepherd boy, that one who slayed Goliath, he shall be the king to sit upon my throne. That's the reason why people use the Star of David. I've got the Star of David as a tattoo. It's right here. So other symbols, people will say, isn't that satanic? I was like, study.
Illuminati.
Yeah, probably no. I said, but no, study some of these things. Learn to read. You know, because even in Africa, this is the only place where you find the black Jews in Ethiopia. They're called the Felashas. So we follow the bloodline of King David. From King Solomon, he met Queen of Sheba had a child with him. That's why you find that Ethiopia is one of the countries, the only country that was never colonized. Plus Liberia wasn't untouched because it was a protectorate. But Ethiopia fought the Romans. Why is Ethiopia so special? How do you have a king of kings, lord of lords in Ethiopia, coronated in 1930, 2nd November? Do we learn this in history?
No.
Nope. Why do they hide that? See, there's certain things that they hide that will give you power and dominion over all things. So, yeah, bro.
So you mean to say names are very important?
Very important, of course.
Now looking at you, where you're coming from, as in those old days, here as Africa, or maybe, I don't know if you may say you're Bemba?
I'm Namwanga and Bemba.
Okay, yeah, Bemba, at least it's Bemba in it. If you're Bemba or Ngoni like me from Chipato, yes, Akwasu, I'll be able to let the names which you are, they were given, like no Batishara, Batishimba, Batitani, or Sumka.
But you have to do your study. You know, you can give names, but there are certain people who say, no, I want to name my child after my uncle, my grandfather, or my auntie. So it's a spirit. Some of these names, they're just not names. They also come with the spirit. That's why sometimes I say, oh man, I'm only going to banani or I'm a kama flu baja. So, but it depends. You know, some of this you have to pray about them, Baba. We just don't give names anyhow.
Okay.
You know, because a name is everything. Your name is like a title.
Yes.
You know, it's something that somebody calls you. That's what happens. Especially kuis tatia mavuto, masauso. You know, it depends, and you find that a certain mavuto is successful. So they would think that just because it's mavuto, I'm mavuta mana. But maybe that person is like maybe an answer to certain solutions or problems. You know, is a solution to certain problems. So basically, is those names carry a lot of significance to them. So you have to watch how you name your children as well. Definitely. You know, it's like somebody giving you a nickname. You know, you would wonder, why are you guys giving me that nickname? You know, I've been given a lot of nicknames. And I asked my friends, like, why'd you guys give me these nicknames? And they told me, reason why, because they resonate with my character. I've got names like Kunta. You know Kunta Kinte, the Roots movie. It was a series.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
One of my friends, DJ Tito, shout out to you, DJ Tito, from Livingston. He's my boy since childhood. You know, he named me Kunta because of Kunta Kinte. Because every time I would smoke weed, I would talk about deep things. He used to tell me, like, dude, you're such a deep guy. Like, you know, you're like Kunta Kinte. Even if they try to change your name into Toby, you'll be like, no, Kunta Kinte. Because I still live towards my name, my roots name. And what he was trying to actually say is that, you know, there's certain people, like a colonizer will come and say, no, you're no longer, have you got a middle name? Tundu. Do you have a middle name?
No, but let's assume.
You don't have a vernacular name?
No, I don't have.
You see? Your parents are giving you what? You might, no, they're not English names, because David is a Jewish name, it's Hebrew. So basically, yeah. Okay. So, you're having a bit of nicotine in tar here. So, names really carry, you know, a significance in how people see you. Or even before you're born, they'll be like, I want to name my child this. If it's a boy, it's a girl, I'll name them this. Because maybe that name means so much to them. They want that name to live on. Either just a name, or maybe they feel that, oh, that name shall carry the same personality as that person who was named.
What does Reuben means?
Reuben means the firstborn. My first fruit. He's the firstborn of Israel. Israel is Jacob. Jacob became Israel. Remember, he fought with God, And he told God, change my name Jacob because I don't want to be Jacob. Jacob was a thief. He stole his birthright from his brother. You know, Esau, yeah. So he says, change my name. God gave him Israel. And he became great. That's why you find the 12 tribes of what? 12 tribes of Israel. It's not the 12 tribes of Jacob. It's the 12 tribes of who? Israel. And Israel is a great nation.
Israel we are living now?
Yes.
Okay. What?
That's the reason why Israel there are problems there.
So if we take it spiritual, meaning it's something very spiritual.
Very. I mean, look at what's happening in Israel. It's a whole lot of war, man. They can't live in harmony. The Palestinians and the Israelites can't even live in harmony. And though those Israelites call themselves the Jews, the chosen ones, but truly, even the Bible will tell you, those who call themselves Jews are not Jews. The synagogues of Satan.
Man,
The people who want to pretend they're Jews and yet they're not Jews. They're pretending. So you say, it's like you saying, I'm Christian. And yet your doings are not Christ-like. Are they? So, David.
but Raz, okay, last question.
Yes, go on, bro.
Last question. But how come you tend to know much about kind of like Christianity or religion?
I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a religious. At one point, I was very religious. Then I realized I need to expand my mind. So I love reading. I love studying, and I love talking to different kind of ethnicities, people, wherever I meet some. You know, information is not something that you can just like kind of like gain by yourself or discover by yourself. The moment you are very open-minded to certain ideologies, you get to weigh them. You never learn to suffer. When something you suffer, even your friends. I mean, there are good and bad friends out there. So you have to know this friend of mine is good for me and this friend is bad for me. You have to. But if you're blinded and say, oh, because he's always by my side, but he's a bad influence, bro, then you got to get yourself in trouble because you're not conscious enough to distinguish between good and bad. So for me, this knowledge, I would always give obeisance to the Most High, because you know, even Solomon, when God asked him, what do you want? Do you want wisdom or riches? What did he choose?
Wisdom.
And what came after? Riches. He chose wisdom over riches. But now in this world, you tell a guy, my guy, do you choose life or death or BMW? BMW. Even if I'm going to live or die today, I want a BMW. Something that's worldly. You're in the dark, I can't even see your face. Who are we speaking to? Your voice sounds very familiar and very mysterious, huh?
Yep. Mysterious.
Who are you, madam?
So specialized.
You
don't know me, doesn't
Can't even see you.
Because of the lights,
The
you're able
lights.
to see properly. But me, I'm able
Can't.
to see because
I hear
just
your
able to
voice.
Check out this light.
What is the interview about?
A whole lot, madam. Oh, ask him. He's the interviewer, the interviewee.
Interview you.
Yes, we're doing
Talking about.
literally everything.
Everything from ladies and to
There we go.
okay. Really?
Oh, David.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
My name is Sharon.
Oh, Sharon. Oh, hi, Sharon.
David.
Imagine you have a podcast where you got this mysterious person
Exactly.
talking from the background.
Yeah.
And you can't see. No, but that's the thing when we talk about Old Crow and how it's so random and it's so significant. It's its own. Your podcast found its own place. I feel like the moment I saw that, I was like, this guy is in a good environment.
The conversation about the water.
Yeah, because you're here. We found ourselves. I found him here. If I didn't come to Old Crow, I wouldn't have.
We don't know much about each other.
We don't know much about each other, but we just exchange numbers, and here we are. We're having a conversation.
And that's a good part about All Pro, okay? For me, from the time I started coming here, I've met people that the first time we tend to talk about shit whereby we feel like we've known each other for a long time.
You connect.
Like, okay, the whole of this place. To me, not just to me actually, it's been a good person.
Okay?
And it's from Portugal, Chingola, that's my hometown.
Oh, Wachingola Shani Mkwai. wakopala kana wangu ashara wakopala mwepewe na futi itatu Trinity in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit in the Mother ashani mkwae sana pa umkwe Yesu ni mfu yeah I can mess with that. Yeah, I can F with that, bro.
Talk about the guy.
I feel safe in bio. It's random. Guy, what you remember wake up at David? You wanna come to? Mnafo pano. Tumike pakati. We sang with you. No, mama friends on. No. Yeah, Shani.
Listen.
She didn't say hear me. She said listen. Remember we're talking about hearing and listening? She said now listen. So you have to, when somebody tells you listen, you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
When somebody tells you hear me, you're like, it's a bit rude.
Okay.
I love people who are humble. And I love people who are wise. Because
Makes a whole lot of sense.
you know what I believe in? In life, whatever uri panchi, whatever fiaro uri then you meet friends who back. Listen, okay, let's talk about Old Cross State. This guy, I know him from Cobalt. This family is from Cobalt. His brother, he runs a bar. It's called
Mouth Pub.
And me, I'm from Chingola as well.
Pelembe.
Kopala wagwan.
As for me, it's a brother from another mother. I
Okay.
am telling you that.
Okay.
How come your boy is stable boy? But despite everything, it's not about having money or whatever. It's about business and things. You be social and be nice to everybody.
Yeah,
In life,
that's key.
we can talk about like okay, business. You can start up a business like you start selling beers. Kuma junta, junta te.
You know what? Humble beginnings.
Humble yourself to people.
Yes.
You need to chill. That's how life is about.
That's why it's called humble beginnings. Wambira panchi, uraore kweleka pano no pano. Oh yeah, Alexander. Oh, those are people who are motivating, you know, the masses, you know. But it started from somewhere. And they legalized.
But when you go to Puri Sakala, Kuma back Mabwe. But I'm into Shewa because time. You get the point. So this guy, life like also is a friend.
He doesn't forget about the people that have been there for him since the beginning. True.
So dogs are life vocabulary side.
Nokulaba kwa abantu abalichula naiwe.
God is from Chingola, I'm also from Gobo,
But like you said, his family is still family.
Yeah. But don't record me.
Our African women. I'm sure we can find Wamulamu. Then she's finally landed.
Yeah, finally.
And then Pakati sang with you.
Wow.
Hello, madam.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? You got a beautiful smile, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. I'm quiet.
Manchapate.
I'm going to chap to the no. Over chapa these days, if you. Area share. Yeah, Marco. No, I usually tell the truth. I don't chaff. I don't. What's chaffing? I just tell you the truth. I don't chaff women. If a woman is beautiful, unomsuma, nompashi wa kwa tumpashi usuma. Nomba kwa wana kashibasuma bati amukati.
They're bad.
Yeah, baddies. What they're calling is it baddies? These days you know what baddie. What's a baddie? What happened to the goodies, man? When the baddies around, man. Imagine, are you a baddie or you're a goodie?
I don't think she's a baddie.
Nah. Look
So
at this.
it's about the debate right now.
No, we're just asking a simple question. Are you a baddie or a goodie? What you in the middle? Sometimes it can be bad.
Yeah,
Sometimes
not
it
bad. Liberal person.
Okay.
And jovial, funny, crazy, laugh.
Can tell you got a good personality.
Yeah, I have.
And
that.
you got eye contact.
And I can smell it.
Yeah.
You can smell it?
Chibakutinya, let's come and do a karate. What do they for come coffee or?
She's a woman or what?
Yeah. No, but the eye contact is there. So finally she came here. And you know what they say about the eyes? The eyes are the windows to the soul. Muntu nangwareko bepa. Lelo muntu areko afe chifshinka. Ngarefo kwepa takulesha means. They're going to look away.
So, the katika ngi site tu kuipa.
Mwananchi pasha na kumfumu. Tofuma kulo ashiti mkuru ife mkwae. So no enkaramu at the same time foot no engwena.
But again, foot is a goodie.
Yeah, good, not a baddie.
Ele pa Michael, pa radio,
The podcast, Mario.
So see, podcast is very different with radio. It's like a combination of radio and TV, okay? But it's,
Visual and audio.
yeah. So you're welcome to our podcast. Your name again to our
Viewers.
audience.
As the audience.
my name is Zange.
We didn't get the name by the way, though.
No, we didn't. I think she was hiding.
Zangose,
Because first of all, she was hiding in the shadows.
Oh yeah, what is
And
this?
some chimfinzi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so then she appeared. The name again?
Zangose Zange.
Zangose Zange. What tribe is that though?
Zangose Zingoni.
Okay.
Barabendo bwamba bari we. Gwazu kujibata.
But
No kwimyambolo salanga
but
balesha.
you look like you're not more like you're pure Copalian.
Not really.
No, awandengo nizamezina kulira manje kukopa beota mbokamba chibemba. But on top of that, you know, they say ngoni woman, a woman from the east. Ngafuna kuuzira pata azakwela pakachulu. Chimozi na with the Bemba woman. Abana kasha bemba lalanda.
Those
Magalamba.
Are you married? How many girls have you
You never asked a man about
Hello, husband. That is my personal life.
Mufi.
Watambo kumshefia chupa nomba.
Maratonga bonze vile.
Nishwa chita. No, I'm mashed na mwanga. No, baba. Simwane. So if you want rice or beans.
Abantu indosha abena manga.
Wewe mfumo indoshi kwisa. No mate mokolo wa mwina wako east. Wako Malawi.
and this is funny, which I heard that at the most
Let's talk about this place,
is a doctor.
Hey, listen,
Which doctor?
Mweba mulela nje stand for water. You guys.
This is when now. Should we close the show or we go to the
chipa.
Kuisoko?
Final.
You look like a very expensive woman. Wait, the bottle's there. Grab a bottle. I've seen this clip drift. Tequila.
15 years. You give me that bottle. Like,
David, do the honors. 18 years. Nishinga, how many years is that? 15. That's an 18.
15.
So 50, that's an 18. She deserves an 18. She looks like she's 18 years old. So 15, she's underage. This one, put it back. This one, you are above age.
This one,
You're legal. 18 years. This is yours.
Okay, I'm actually out. My name is Zangose Sharon. I really love spending most of the time weekends here.
Okay.
And the owner, the person is actually like a brother to me. He's a kind person.
Big up to the brother. Do you know his name?
I really love drinking from him. It's not about the name. It's about magic.
He asked you a question. Do you come and sing karaoke here? Sorry not to cut you short. Mulemba? Or you sing in the shower?
I used to do music, but I had to stop because
you got beautiful lips. You look like you can sing, even though nobody knows.
Actually, my uncle, and like my uncle, I call him Uncle Tisi, the one of Indimba.com. It's like a brother to me.
You're connected,
way back, I used to sing, I used to do music, but I had to stop because the competition is too much.
What competition is too much? No.
Like, I'd rather, no, listen.
How would you say that?
I
though?
chose that.
You
I'd
laid
rather
back.
sing, I'd rather worship God. Elefia kwadesa, tafipita, fide kala.
You know, gospel music
No,
is the number one selling music in the world.
If I want to
Gospel
worship
music is number
God,
one.
if I want to worship God, I'll go back. Kunuma Mungoshe, Yawe, Mukwimina umwe wandi, Ulimwe monde
You got a nice
uwika.
voice, yo.
You know, tia kwa desi tafipita.
Yahweh, Yahweh. Mumpere amapalo, amapalo, amapalo. Lelo, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Mumpere.
Yahweh.
Now we're going to turn this into a singing podcast.
Kare wangu, makare wangu, tabesha iwe.
That's what you have to write it now.
Malapolo na mic number, balas
Why
malapa.
let me go.
But you also sing? As in, you sing even alone?
Sings for the
But
Lord.
I feel like the voice needs to be heard.
Yeah, that's why I say that
Stop
I
saying.
was ready
But
and then prepared and everything. Like you
But you said the competition
you
was a
can
bit
be
too much.
with the-
Circular
At
music?
the studio, I'm telling you, like someone will come like Maktu Zango say, this song you feature this song and like your voice is very perfect, and I know I can do it because when you're chosen to be easy, you can run away from that thing.
So now,
So I rather sing
you'd rather
something
sing
which-
gospel?
Yeah,
Because you
rather-
mentioned something. You said when you went into music it was competitive. There was too much competition.
Yeah.
Did you feel in the secular
the
music
time-
or gospel?
The time,
So gospel, there's
I
room for
not
you.
really gospel. The time I started doing that, that's Chingola, and this girl, she was actually my neighbor, Zavid. And they used to sing, Arela Pafesheni
Where is she now? She's somewhere.
Yeah, she's somewhere, yeah. And I was like, but you don't never go record that with the hangover in my heart. Na Savera and Zaven listen, Zangi, she's a hard person. Yeah, she's there. Then she's no long. Listen, you know, I would love to have a competition with the gift that I have with the devil.
okay.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
Yep. That's deep indeed.
Competition?
With the devil.
But do you think
But the talent is mine. Someone will come.
you cannot?
At
How do you even want to compete? You
Shakaria.
can't compete against the devil. There's no need to, because God gives you that gift. So
The gift is mine, but me and telling you, I would love to compare my talent with the devil because the
what do you
devil
mean?
is
Break that.
What I mean
Break
is,
that
I'll
stuff
be
down.
like you've been in the music industry for 10 years. You've been in the music industry for 5 years. Music is, you know, Americans, there is something which is there, the competition of like, you have your talent. But I will kuingisha mu industry, wa bro, and there's something like which they actually ask for.
Yeah. So
For you to
either
be
you sell your
known is,
soul.
yeah, whether you sell your
That's
soul,
it.
but me, I rather like sell my soul to God
God.
Almighty.
Oh, that's deep. I saw that.
And the
So-
thing is, I rather sing
you
a
don't even
song
have to sell your soul to
like
God because God is already owns your
Yeah, I
soul.
want to
Yeah,
ask how
and-
do you even sell your
Yeah.
soul to God?
He gave me
You
that
just
voice.
give you yourself to
I
God.
rather worship God.
And
Karila.
Well, before we get in trouble, we're holding somebody's woman
but it seems like
captive.
she's comfortable now here.
Okay. Ashanma, are you comfortable?
She is.
Sandwiched in between. You didn't want to come.
She
First
was
of all,
just playing hard to get.
atisekererawe mutima wandi lesaove talava.
But you see, I feel like you're really wasting her voice. Like you have a nice
I'm not
voice.
wasting it.
no, she knows her calling.
That moment.
I know what I
She knows her
do.
calling.
I
She says she
know.
knows her calling.
It's good if you know you.
I rather sing to you.
So
I
say,
can talk about
oh,
his
that's
life
what's that
when I
for
see
now,
what
yeah.
is happening.
Bamdala wale tuma.
Aibo, kuona wewe.
Let's get him.
You were so piano put this.
No, when I'm with you. No, you can't go there. Ulikwisa. Please come home right now. Yo,
So-
David.
Let's talk about the one last thing, which you
Yes,
just
sir.
talked about her. You know, I've just met.
I beg you in the name of God, but don't record this and whatever.
Madam, you're on a podcast. Come on, don't start. Hey, Kaskani phone.
I've only met one person, a lady who can look at you directly in the eyes.
Nice.
I was like, wow. I felt like I was that confident enough until that person looked at me in my eyes and be like,
Straight
oh,
eyes,
yo, don't do that. But now I'm used and I've learned that.
It's one of the most fundamental communicational skills. Eyes are everything. Like I said, the eyes are the windows to the soul. So when you're talking to somebody, you can see somebody's soul within the eyes.
Yeah, I felt it. For real.
She was pretty seductive at one point. Mbaba Kalamba, we respect her.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
that's her husband calling.
No, it's different though.
Yes,
but,
sir.
Yeah, but what we're trying to say is about. My question was like, why is it that people are afraid of looking at someone directly in the eyes, or maybe looking back in the eyes when someone's talking? Why is that so?
It's not easy, I think, because they have no idea that, you know, the eyes are really the windows to the soul. A lot of women are indecisive, Baba. They don't know what they want. Trust me. You buy a woman a Land Cruiser today, she said, no, I like a Benz. Why didn't you buy? But I bought you a car.
like
So I buy a Vitz. You know,
like
she's still about. Yo, dude, you better wind up because we can
like
spend.
that.
This is like 2 o'clock in the morning.
like
What you
that.
gonna do?
I'm like,
No, it didn't mean that.
No, I'm
So,
saying
you know,
naturally
you
women are
know
very
one thing
indecisive. The others who accept gifts, the other people will tell you right off, I don't like this gift. I'd rather that.
I think like I said, we need to have another person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to man. I had a before I go. Honestly speaking, I've had a very wonderful time. This is my first podcast in my whole life. Always wanted to be on a podcast, but
I'll include that.
so she's very funny. So basically, she don't lose my channel. So you know, women are destructive sometimes.
No, right? That's why
Yeah, dude.
Samson, our brother,
Eh, he fell.
David himself.
David, yeah, because now Adam. Let's go back to the
From
first
Adam,
creation from Adam. Women. Yeah, but we still love you. We still love you. We
Shout out
understand
to-
you. Shout out to all the beautiful women out there.
Starting from our mother to
Yeah, our mothers, our sisters, girlfriends, everybody. So yeah, you're good
daughters.
people. Yeah, just do the right thing. So yeah, like I was saying, really appreciate my brother, man. I would really want to, you know, have this moment tell you you're doing great things. The first time I saw this podcast, you know what I mean? And I wanted to be on this podcast for a good reason because this has got potential. One of the reasons is because you chose a very nice location. People are still here, 02. They're still doing karaoke, bro.
Yeah, man.
And you're still here doing the podcast. And we have, this has been a very good conversation. So all in all, my brother, man, wish you all the best. May the Most High bless you. You know, wherever you're going, always put the Most High first. Sure say, in Shilashike Sukawa, you know, Pari Benjira, I mean, is Ankarati Avarik. So basically, brother, man, you're going places, trust me. Just stay focused. You know what I mean? Don't lose focus.
I won't.
Money, women, this can change you.
You've seen here.
Yeah.
You've seen what has happened.
She just can't disturb. Now she'll put it. She'll come back.
Anyways, no, it's all
She wanted to get my number. Like, yo, dude.
so cute in it.
Imagine. Future kutia ungazeterere.
Those are problems.
Problems.
Problem.
You never know. You never
Alright,
know.
Rus,
Yeah.
there's a lot that we haven't talked about.
Yes, sir.
A lot
Yes, sir.
we
Yes,
haven't
sir.
talked about.
I'll be
Like
back, man.
we have stories for
I'm your man. I'm your man, bro. And anytime given, just holler at me and say, "Yo, Rus, come through. Let's have a conversation."
next year.
Yeah, 2025.
2025 January.
Old Crow Podcast.
Outro podcast. Let me
Yeah,
check.
the one and only.
Let me check. We can even schedule it.
Yeah.
So what will be
That's
Friday?
what's up.
First Friday.
First Friday of next
Third.
year.
Yeah, third. I wish we can do it on 4th of my birthday. Now
It's
on Saturday.
it's gonna be a Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 3rd of January, 2025. Okay.
Yeah, but we'll make plans.
Anytime, man. We can
Plans.
pre-record.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good part.
Yeah. So
Well,
birthday's on the
alright.
4th. At least I know something about you.
Okay.
We won't give away your year, which year you're born.
Why should I?
No, I don't know. At the same time, you make me laugh. Baba.
I've heard that dying with kings, like you're humble and you're humble, you're dying with kings.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
I feel like I'm that guy who has been dying with kings. There are some guys, men who have been coming in.
Mhm.
I don't know anything about them.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
just sit and then I start learning about them.
You're done with the
Be like,
kings,
yo,
yeah.
hey, king, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we have to, because we children of the Most High. Psalms 82 verse 6 says, "Ye are gods, because the children of the Most High."
You told me that again.
I
Say,
did.
Read this before you.
Yeah. Psalms 82 verse 6. Yeah.
Very
See, you're kings. You come from the source, who is the King of Kings. Yeah. Nyimfumu.
Child of the
Simple
king.
as that.
To say king.
Simple as that, bro. It's King David. It's been a pleasure.
Always.
Yeah. Back at 2 o'clock in the morning. What you gonna do?
Yeah,
Right
2
side on the corner.
0210.
Old Crow. Yes, sir.
Old Crow. Time check right now.
Appreciate you, my
Right,
brother,
yeah.
man. So
It's Saturday now, yeah?
Saturday, we're into the Saturday, man. We've made it. We're still breathing.
We've made it.
When I go a Malila, wherever you're going, may God see you through. Others are being born.
Yeah, others are dying, others are born,
Yeah.
others are mourning, others are happy, others are sleeping,
everything.
others still awake.
Yes. When I'm going back today,
Then I go, I
it's
chase
a
it.
karaoke. It's karaoke.
So yeah, this is it. That's what we always do here at the Outro Pub. This is us. And it's been me, David, and Rus Reuben, and this
King
man you'll be seeing him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like I would say, our target is the voices which is unheard. Those voices which we don't know about that can bring change. So imagine in the world if we had like 10. I mean that's not only 10, 10 same minds like this. So
10 is a
imagine
big number.
It's a big number.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Stay blessed. Bye bye.
Give thanks. Old Crow Podcast.
And please tell the people to subscribe.
Yeah, they will definitely. Please subscribe. Old Crow Podcast. What else? What am I supposed to say?
I think that's enough.
Yeah, Old Crow Podcast. My brother, man, David.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, Cash David, Old Crow Podcast. Come through, please come through to Old Crow. Come and do some karaoke, hang around some good people, drink water, alcohol, have a good conversation. Hey, buddy, I run out of my drink. My drink is empty. So next time you're here with me, buy me a drink. I'll do the same as well. So David, over and out. The captain of the ship.